We had a good week, man. I think we've seen some good stuff.
We had a couple good movies. A couple of snoozers.
Yeah.
We saw
28 years later.
Yeah, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
So I post on TikTok for those of you guys who don't follow. You guys should follow.
Yeah.
But recently it was brought to my attention that when we talk about Dennis Villeneuve, that we're not actually pronouncing his name properly. Mind you, I didn't know this. Okay.
I've never known this.
And somebody on TikTok was like, man, calling him Dennis is crazy. And I'm like, all right, well, I mean, yeah.
What do you want me to do about that?
And he's like, it's pronounced Denis. And I was like, well, cool. I mean, you taught me something new because I didn't know that that's how you.
It's been Dennis to me all these years.
It's been Dennis to me with one N. Yeah. Like that's how I always thought it was. His name was. But then it makes sense because he's French Canadian. So it's like, okay, that's the Canadian. Let's name our son Denis Villeneuve.
I'm gonna spell it Dennis, but I'm gonna say Denis.
Denis with one N. So
I looked at it, Denis.
Shout out to that guy for correcting.
Yeah, because if not, we were gonna go another 12, 15 years.
12, well, considering some news just came out about Denis.
Very interesting news.
Which is funny because we were talking about this last week last episode that he's signed on to do the new James Bond.
That's such an interesting take. Like, yeah, how do you think that's gonna go?
I think it could really go well.
I heard that. Well, obviously, I think we both feel very strongly about Denis and what he's brought to the screen. So I heard that they're going for like a really young James Bond.
Yeah, man.
And I don't know how to feel about that. Like they're going like 30 and below.
Probably 30 and below. I don't know how old, but they're saying that Tom Holland is in the talks to sign on to play James Bond.
No, I can't see that. Like
I can't see Tom Holland either, bro.
There's no suave or.
No, there isn't. There's no. Not that he's not. I mean, I don't know.
I would rather do. Who are the top contenders? Aaron Taylor Johnson, right? You see, I'll take him.
Yeah, I would even take Liam Hemsworth, who's probably younger.
But you see, but they taller. But there's the appeal. There's like that James Bond appeal to them.
Right.
Tom Holland looks.
He doesn't have it.
No, he's fucking Spider-Man.
He doesn't have.
I'm gonna look and I'm gonna go. That's Peter Parker.
Spider-Man driving an Aston Martin
with an Omega watch, and I'm gonna go. That's not you. That's not you. Go back to
instead of wearing his cartridge, he's fucking.
But I don't see it. Like I just don't.
No, I don't either.
It just doesn't work. I don't know. I think from what we've seen of James Bond, you're just like. He's 12, he looks really young. That's the thing. I think there needs to be like that good age limit or that range in the age where it's like, okay, this is very suitable.
Yeah, because that's why they casted him in Spider-Man
because
they were going with somebody. He looks like a high school kid.
Yeah,
and kudos to him. But I don't think James Bond is that role.
No, James Bond is.
Let's say even if they wanted to go James Bond in the earlier years of his career of being James Bond,
I think you should start like at least like maybe like mid-30s. Would you say? Like you want someone who's already like, because by the time we see, what would you say, Daniel Craig, and as an example, Casino Royale, would you say maybe he's like mid to late 30s, maybe
I
think
40? I think early 40s is Daniel Craig when he did Casino Royale. But yeah, I would take mid 30s. I don't know how old Tom Holland is, but it's not
it's not even about the age.
It's not the age. He looks like a little kid.
Young,
yeah, he looks younger. He looks
like
really
I'm not gonna believe that you're gonna take all these people down and you're gonna No, I just don't believe it.
I don't either. Like you said, he doesn't have the suave charisma. I don't think he does, at least.
I don't. Because I'm just gonna keep picturing dorky Peter Parker, like running around like, oh, Mr. Stark. But now it's gonna be Mr. Stark.
Yeah, I don't know. And isn't the villain? I think the villain was supposed to be.
I didn't hear anything about a villain.
My understanding, I think the villain is Pedro Pascal is supposed to be. In the talks to do it.
Like, I know Pedro right now. They're riding the high on Pedro, but like I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think
that's what I had read. I don't know how true that is.
I just don't. I can't. I don't know, man. I hope these are all just rumor speculation. Cause
no, I really don't. I really hope. I mean, I think Denis is set as a director.
Thank God that you said Denny, because I almost said Dennis.
But look, I mean, look, I don't. I see why he would want to get Tom Holland working on Dune. You know, no, that's Timothée Chalamet. That's not even Tom Holland. What am I? I don't even know what I'm saying. Yeah, I know. Forgive me. All right.
I almost walked out right now.
Because you know what though? Look, you know what though? They're the same person in a sense of like the young
pretty boy,
you know, skinny. Like they're the same to me. But whatever.
I get you. It's funny now because I just thought about that. Like, how many how many actors or actresses' names have we been mispronouncing? Because I'm like, if this is Dennis is the first, I don't know who else is out there.
Oh, I mean, we actually, before we started doing the podcast, we found out that Ralph Fiennes is actually pronounced Ray Fiennes.
Ray Fiennes.
Ray Fiennes. And then so I was able to figuring that out because I was like, man, how do you really pronounce his name? So I had looked that up. So I was like, oh man, we've been saying his name wrong. So thankfully, before we started recording any episode, we were able to do that.
How long have you been calling him Ralph? Because I've been calling him Ralph my whole life.
Right, my whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's another one that?
Well, I mean, look how it's spelled. R-A-L.
Yeah. And that same thing with Cillian.
No, I always knew his name was Cillian.
You always knew that? Yeah, okay, yeah. So that was me.
Yeah, because he looked like Jonathan Brandis from Sidekick.
Okay.
With Chuck Norris. He looks like an older Jonathan Brandis. And I was like, man, why does this guy look familiar? And then I looked him up and I'm like, oh, that's not him. His name is Cillian Murphy. Yeah. So I kind of, once I found out who he was, I'm like, oh, I knew how to pronounce his name. But Denis threw me for a loop.
That's complete. I would have never. When you told me that, because when you told me that, I went, "There's no way. That's not real."
Yeah,
you're making that up.
I mean, I have a name people butcher all the time.
What?
Alvaro. My name's Alvaro, but people call me Alvaro.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Someone
just calls you Albert at one point.
Some people have called me Albert.
I believe it.
Yeah, because they don't hear me when I talk sometimes. So they're like, oh, Albert, how you know? I'm just like, I don't care.
Nice you just go with it.
Yeah, I don't.
I had a guy one time that he thought my name was Lou. And I let him pronounce my name. I let him say Lou for like 2 weeks. Yeah. I didn't even stop. I didn't even correct him. He was like, hey, Lou. And I go, yeah. And the best part was if he would ask about me or try to find me, people would be like, who are you even talking?
Who's Lou?
Who's Lou?
Lou doesn't work here.
We don't even have anyone named Lou. He goes, what do you mean? I was just talking to him. I've seen this guy here, and they're like, we don't know what you're doing.
Hey, we need a bigger act deal.
Wait, your name's not Lou? No. So why'd you let me? I thought it was funny.
Yeah, that's like that episode of Friends when Chandler's going to, rest in peace, Matthew Perry. Chandler's trying to get promoted, and the guy some guy that he thinks his name is Merle or something like that. Mm-hmm. He wants to get promoted to Chandler's top floor, like the executive floor that he works on, and he puts in a bad word for him because of the fact that the guy thinks he doesn't know that his name is Chandler. So he's like, he's always called me Merle. I can't give him my real name now. So when the guy comes back, he's like, hey, Merle. He's like, who is this Chandler, by the way? He's like, he put in it's because of him that I didn't get promoted to the job. And he's like, that son of a bitch. He's like, you know what? We should go to his office and tear it up. So they go to Chandler's office and start throwing everything all over the floor.
You want to laugh?
I mean, sure.
I've never seen one.
No,
episode.
I know.
I have no idea.
I know. Are you a Seinfeld fan?
Yes.
Okay.
I've watched Seinfeld. I love Seinfeld.
No,
because you want to know why? Because I love Larry. I love Curb Your Enthusiasm. I saw it before Seinfeld, and I love Larry David. So I was like, I got to watch the show that he created.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've come to the conclusion that if you like Seinfeld, you're not really a Friends fan, and if you're a Friends fan, you're not really a Seinfeld fan.
I can see that
because I've never seen Seinfeld.
Never?
No.
I love I love George Costanza. I think that's one of the funniest characters. I just love watching someone in turmoil 24/7 and their life fall apart from the decisions they make, so
they self-sabotage.
It's a self-sabotage, but also realizing you're like, this is the best my life's gonna get. But it's just hilarious to just see, and it's Larry David. Pretty much, George Costanza is Larry David, and that's what makes it funnier. Because then when you watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, because Curb is pretty much the R-rated version of Seinfeld,
right?
But it's just Larry David just being Larry David, and he's hilarious. And then like his banter with like his best friends and stuff like that, it's great. Richard Lewis, OG, rest in peace. Hilarious. The banter that those two have together, it's just like comedic gold.
Yeah, I've never seen Curb.
It's so fun. The dialogue is so good. He's just so, and it's like improv. Like and what's great is that he writes it. Like he'll take because he writes the whole series, so he'll take I think, if I'm not mistaken, 2 years to make one season because he writes it all.
I was gonna say because the last season was 4, and then it took him 5 years to release the next one, right?
Yeah, it took him a long time. No, there's 12, 13 seasons of Curb.
Oh, well, whatever the last one was. It took him years. Yeah, it took him 5 or 6 years from the one previous to actually release it.
But I love that. He's just so funny, man. All the shit he does. Because you're there's no way that there's a human being who's like this. And what's funny is he goes, no, that's how I am in real life.
I don't think so.
I think so.
No, comedians aren't ever who they really are. No,
but I think at this point, at his age, he's 80 something. What do you care? What?
I mean, sure.
What are they gonna do to you? You're there's nothing you can do to me. I'm this old.
But I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Has he always been the same type of person, even earlier in his career?
Yeah.
It depends how pretentious you are as an artist, right? Because you may just put your act above everything. In other words, you'll never. There are some people who die doing their act. Tarnish their whole reputations doing their act. So
I know they've asked Richard Lewis to ask a bunch of his close people. They'll always be is that how he is? And they're yeah, in real life that's exactly how he is as well. He's just an asshole. He's just he'll just do things and you're just really? And he goes, meh.
Hey.
But you know what? I think when I'm 80 something years old,
you're probably going to be the same.
Well, what are you going to do to me? I'm on the way out. What are you going to do to me? There's nothing you can do or say to me at this point in my life.
Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, no. I wouldn't.
And I always love they'll say things if you ever see I don't know if it was on Jimmy Fallon, you know how celebrities will read tweets that people make at them, but
the mean tweets.
The mean tweets. Yeah. And then one of the ones they had Larry David on, and he was reading one where this guy said, you know what's funny is that on Curb they try to pass off Larry as fuckable. Nobody wants to fuck Larry David.
And he knows that, which is funny.
And he knows that, so he was dying reading. He goes, it was hilarious, but that's true. It's it's the funniest thing is trying to pass someone off as that.
That's also funny too, because comedians, I feel, for the most part, comedians, because of how the fact that they basically make fun of everybody and they don't have that that filter, I guess. When somebody makes fun of them, they just take it on the chin and they just laugh it off. They don't really get that offended. They're just yeah.
I think as a comedian, you can't get offended.
No, because you're the one dishing it out all the time.
Yeah. You got to be able to take it.
Yeah, of course.
But you have to take it 10 times more than anyone else.
Why?
Because I think you just have to. If you can rip everybody apart, you got to be able to take it. And sometimes
no, for sure. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I just think I don't know if it has to be 10 times more, but I think I think
it just solidifies it.
It just will be 10 times more.
It just will, right?
Because if you're hitting all groups are going to hit you.
Yeah, right. At the same time too. So you gotta. That's what I mean by
you cannot do edgy comedy and expect people to like it. It's the point of edgy comedy is that half of the people are going to think it's funny, and half the people are going to hate it.
They're going to get uncomfortable.
You have to do that. That's your shit. Just don't be a bitch. Fucking just if you're gonna make an edgy joke and niggas are gonna hate you for it, then just hold that, because people are going to hate you for it. I mean, that's what the fuck comedy's about.
Yeah, die on that hill.
Die on the hill. Yeah, just like your shit. It's like Patrice O'Neal said, you have to, if you're going to be funny, just be funny. Yeah. Just do that. Don't try to Don't try to, like, you have to take the brunt. You should be 50% horrified, 50% hilarious. That's what he said. The crowd should be 50% horrified, and 50% laughing. And if you and you have to be okay with the people that are horrified with it.
Yeah.
And that's what makes you a true comedian to at least the comedians anyway.
That is true.
So they are gonna have to take it 10 times worse, and that's why as a comedian you gotta have a strong
skin for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. But I know RJ's been watching it too. I've been trying to get you to watch it. Tires.
Yeah, no, I've only seen clips of it.
Man, I know. I told RJ I'm about to finish season 2. They had who was in it? Oh no, let me not even spoil it. I'm sorry, but I almost spoiled it. Never mind. Just about like special appearances and stuff. But there's like a very famous.
We'll edit that out.
Yeah, pull that out. Rewind the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like Shane, but I don't really care to watch the show.
Okay.
It's like what's that show you told me the other day?
Which one?
Tom Segura show.
Oh yeah, Bad Thoughts. It's like Chappelle's show just with Tom Segura.
Right. And we saw the first episode, and it was funny. But it's just not your comedy. It's just not my comedy, man. That's like a Big Mouth. Big Mouth. I saw the first episode of it, and I was like, "What?"
Nah, Big Mouth was good. After the first season, it just went downhill.
But see, I didn't even finish the first season because everybody was talking about the first season, how great it was.
It was great, like, and then the worst is just to see a show decline in comedy, and then you're just like, oh, just end it.
Yeah, in comedy, yes, because I think that's what makes it. I mean, granted, it sucks watching a show decline in any genre, but in comedy, especially after one season, you're kind of hoping that they can maintain the same laughter, and if they can, it's like, well, yeah, you ran out of jokes.
Like look at Family Guy. That's a perfect example.
Family Guy. Bob's Burgers.
I never watched Bob Burgers.
I haven't either, but I mean, it's lasted a while. Rick and Morty.
Well, Rick and Morty, because this guy's not doing the voices anymore.
Right, but I'm saying it's lasted a few seasons.
It has, but I haven't watched it since this guy left.
You watch Rick and Morty, right, Artie?
Yeah, I do think it's I think this season kind of although you can hear the difference in the voice at least in the first episode a little bit. I think the writing's a little bit better now, and I think they're finding their direction again.
Okay.
I think peak Rick and Morty gave you a lot of like nonsense that was funny and dumb, and it also had this undertone that sometimes it could be serious, but ultimately it shouldn't take itself that seriously.
Right.
And they're trying to find that balance because for sure the season before this and the one before that even started to take itself a little bit too seriously. And although I enjoy that, for the general population, that's not really what they're trying to watch Rick and Morty for.
Yeah, you're trying to disconnect and just laugh.
Yeah. I think what I hate is when shows don't have the ability to know when to pull out. Like, just give me the story and then close the story out. I don't need anything else, You
mean like per episode or the series?
In the series, Like, and another thing that I don't like that people are doing now, I don't know why, is this is like a popular thing. People are ending seasons assuming that they're getting the next season. Like, they're not finishing the story. And that shit is annoying me. Or I'm not getting closure on a character arc. Because you're going to be a dick and wait till next season. Bitch, what if you die? Then I don't get the character arc because you fucking died, you piece of shit. Just close the fucking loop, my nigga. Jesus.
So, I listened to a podcast, and they were talking about like not knowing if they were going to be picked up for another season, even when the season ended. So they were like, "Oh, we don't know. We're just gonna do." And it's to your point. It's like, if you don't know that you're gonna be picked up for a second season or a third or whatever the next season, why not finish the story?
Of course.
Like, how they don't know. And granted, these are cable network shows, so they basically work on the episodes week by week, right? Maybe they're like 2 or 3 weeks in advance, and then but things always change throughout. So at some point, it's like you're basically moving the story as you're recording. So why wouldn't you actually shoot to the end of the story. Like, why leave us on a cliffhanger like that? Mm-hmm. It's annoying. I don't like it either.
And then the worst part is, like, let's say you don't get renewed. Like, you know, that a perfect show that I'll tell you that about what we're talking about was this show on HBO that came out years ago. Phenomenal show. It was created by Mick Jagger and Martin Scorsese. It was called Vinyl on HBO.
Vinyl. What's his name?
Bobby
Cannavale. Yeah.
That show, when I tell you, was incredible. And then you were like, this is going to be a golden show. Like, there's no way it's not going to get renewed. So the way it ends is, it, you know, leaves it open for a season 2. They fucking canceled the show. Yeah. I was devastated. Because I'm like, nah, you can't do this to me. It was him, Ray Romano. I forgot who else was. Oh, Olivia Wilde was in it.
That's right.
And it was just like the whole premise of the show. If you love it, I mean, RJ, have you ever seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Brother. So it's about this big music.
It's a music producer, right?
Yeah, he's a music producer. Like, I'll just give you the backstory. He tries to sign Led Zeppelin to his company. Something goes off. Like, he needed Led Zeppelin because if he signed Led Zeppelin, his production they were going to make it through. Like, they were going to be able to make it. And it takes place, like, you know, in that time frame, like during like the late 60s, early 70s, like when everyone was starting to blow up, certain people were coming. So you'll see like David Bowie, Bob Marley, you'll see Robert Plant, Alice Cooper, like everyone that you grew up with or like some sort of inspiration you had when it came to music is in there. And it's integrated into it. But it was such a phenomenal show. Like, it was so good. It had like the drama was good, but the comedy aspect of it was great. Andrew Dice Clay's in it.
I remember that. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You gotta watch. You gotta watch it. It's one season. I want you to watch it because I know you love music. But it's just gonna be like, fuck. That's it right there. My God, what a show! I can't believe they canceled this, but The Last of Us got a season 3.
Well, Last of Us got season 3 when season 1 was on air. Yeah. It got renewed for 2 seasons. Back.
Insane. That's insane.
I will tell you right now, if The Last of Us hadn't gotten renewed for season 3, and with the season 2 ratings, they wouldn't have gotten renewed for season 3.
That's crazy. I would cancel it. But great cast. I mean, the cast is killer.
Yeah, I remember watching a couple episodes of Vinyl, and I thought it was really good because I enjoy like period shows and movies.
Period
and stuff.
Shows, exactly.
And then I think I saw that it had gotten canceled, so I was like, I don't care. And that's actually what happened with Daredevil and Punisher. They were all gonna get canceled, because Netflix lost their rights with Marvel. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, I don't really care. I'm not gonna watch. And then, you know, Disney ended up doing the new Daredevil Born Again, so I was like, okay, let me go finish watching the last season of Daredevil on Netflix so I can kind of know what's going on. But yeah, that's actually one of the reasons why I love anthology series, because you know you're gonna get the end of the story by the end of the season. Yeah, like there's nowhere else around it. To me, I actually have a question. Yeah, you watched The Walking Dead?
I did, and then I stopped because I couldn't take it anymore.
Okay, me too. I saw up until like season 8, right?
You got to refresh me because season 8, I remember, was when the whole Negan thing, Carl died. I saw Carl die.
Carl dies? No, I'm kidding. Carl dies?
I was about to take that part out.
So Walking Dead season 8 was, Negan.
Oh, when when Rick died or whatever, when they,
I didn't even see that. I didn't get to that point. I know he died because it was all over the internet. But I think they're staying in Negan's like prison or whatever the fuck. Like they kind of start cohabiting for a little bit. But anyway, and then during like season 5 or 6 or something like that, they released Fear the Walking Dead.
Oh, I remember that one.
Which was how the whole thing started.
Yeah, I remember that one.
And I would argue with people about this all the time, and I'm like, I don't care about Fear the Walking Dead. And it's because I feel like if they were going to do that, because now that the show's over, they've released 2 other spin-offs. The one with Maggie and Negan. And I think there's another one with Rick and Michonne, right?
Rick and Michonne, and no, you're forgetting a Daryl.
Daryl and Carol, right?
I don't even know.
So exactly. So for me,
it's like a multiverse thing. I can't. I'm done.
For me, I'd rather I would have loved to have seen an anthology series of The Walking Dead instead. Like, just for shits and giggles, we would have gone, season 1 would have been Rick and Daryl and all these people, Carl. And then in season 2, you could have given us the Fear the Walking Dead. You could have given us the origin story of how this virus started. And then, but it's all set in the same world, right? Same world, same country, whatever. And then season 3, you give us a brand new set of characters in another part of the country. And then eventually, the people from season 1 and season 2, they run into each other. And we see them in a new season. You're giving me 5-6 seasons of The Walking Dead, and now you're giving me another show of how the virus started. I don't care. I don't. And yes, thank you. And yes, we do see. I forgot this guy's name, man. He was in the first season of The Walking Dead. He's the one who takes in Carl and Rick at some point. I forgot what his name was.
Oh yeah. I forgot because I just...
Yeah, so he comes out. He's the only one that comes out in Fear the Walking Dead.
I know which one you're talking
He's one of the main characters in Fear, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool. Let me see.
No.
I forgot what his name was. But yeah, so I'm just like... Care. It's just like I don't care necessarily. And now they're giving us the sequels or whatever. Like,
it's been.
And I mean, granted, this guy Morgan Jones. He's the only one who started in Walking Dead. Excuse me, the first season. We don't see him for 4, 5, 6 seasons, and we see him in Fear the Walking Dead because he was there in the beginning. And then he comes back in season like 7 of The Walking Dead. I'm like, guys, I don't care. I don't care. And then the show lasted another 4 seasons. To me, that's what I would have done with the anthology series. I would have done that show as an anthology series if they knew that that's what they were going to do.
I just lost complete interest in all of it. I didn't care anymore.
And it started off strong, man. It started off really good.
The first 3 seasons were great.
John Bernthal, Andrew Lincoln, like, I thought it was great, but yeah, it fell off to me. I didn't care.
And it goes back to that, like, you should end the show on a high note always. Don't let it get to the point where people are like, all right, I'm tired of this.
Yeah, because when Glenn dies, or supposedly dies, under the dumpster.
Oh yeah.
You make me emotionally invested in this character. He dies, quote unquote, and then he comes back and you kill him off again the following season.
But you kill him the right way.
You kill him the not only the right way, but you kill him for real. I don't care anymore because I've already cared the first time. You already got my emotion the first time. I don't need to give it to you another time. Because what's this guy's name? I think his name is Adam Kadire. I don't know. The guy who played the military guy. I forgot his name, man. The redhead. Abraham. Michael Cudlitz. Well, totally wrong.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, we keep getting people's names wrong.
No, between this and...
Between Denis.
Between this and Denis.
And Rob Schneider.
Oh, my God. Roy Schneider.
Roy Scheider. But yeah, so... Yeah, to me, like, his death I cared about. Right? Because I thought he was one of my favorite characters. And I like Glenn too in the beginning, but you had already killed him once. I didn't need to see it. And the fact that it ended the way it did when he died under the dumpster, I'm like, I don't need to see it again.
And you were like, ooh, he's getting ripped.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but no, it wasn't really true. And he's screaming like he was. I'm like, guys, come on. Anyway, that's my 2 cents.
Good.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Walking Dead.
Yeah. You know what I came across recently? There's talks about Street Fighter 2 or a remake of the original Street Fighter.
I had heard about that.
What do you think? Are you a fan of Street Fighter?
I mean, I think that's before my time. That's your time.
How old do you?
I'm joking. That's a joke. It's a
Dog,
joke.
I play Street Fighter right now.
It was played before we got here.
I know. I'm joking. It's a joke. I never really got into it, so I don't know anything. So this is where you take
really,
over. Yeah. I never.
Oh man, Street Fighter is such a such a great Super Nintendo game, man. Like, awesome. It's
because they did that movie. It was with Jean-Claude Van Damme, right?
Jean-Claude Van Damme was Guile. Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah, because he was actually the only like household name in that movie.
Well, the guy who I forgot the bad guy, but he was in the Addams Family. He played
M. Bison.
Yeah,
M. Bison was played by the guy who plays the husband in the Addams Family.
Yeah,
forgot his name.
But he did that film. He was dying when he made that film.
He was dying. I think he had cancer at the time.
And he did it, I think, for his kids because they were huge fans.
They were huge fans, right?
Yeah, him right there.
Yeah. What's his name? Man, we really gotta like. How do we not know people's names? There's way too many people in the world. Raul Julia. Yeah. Yeah, he was probably the only other big name on the movie. And I love it's one of those like cheesy ass movies, but it's so good.
There's some films, man, even though as cheesy as they are, you just love them to
man,
death,
it was
like no matter what.
And it's not even a good movie. It's so bad, but you just enjoy watching. And I think it's because me personally, I'm sure RG can attest to we love the game. You know, we love seeing the live action version.
That's like Mortal Kombat. You know it's not a good movie, but you love it because of what it is.
The newest one, the most recent newest one was actually really pretty good.
I hated it.
Really?
I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it. What I didn't like was that they used a new character.
Yeah.
That was stupid. I hated his power. His power was fucking whack. It was basically Jax's power, but his
Yeah.
which is fucking lame.
Yeah.
And like they had so many characters to choose from. They even already had a character from the lore that would have been perfect. Shujinko. There's a game. It's Mortal Kombat Deception, and Shujinko is that's the first time that they attempt at like an open world. You have the ability to go around and learn from the different characters. And basically, you can get a frost. Like if you get trained with Sub-Zero, you can get an ice ball. But if you also train with Scorpion, you can get a get over here or like a teleport. And you basically customize your character.
Right.
So he is the perfect character insert, the new insert. It would have been just a really good story to tell, but they chose to tell their own story, which I thought they could have done better. But the first 10 minutes of that movie was hard as shit.
Yeah, it was.
That was the hardest shit I've ever seen. But
because they're saying that it's what's his guy's name?
Carl Urban's playing Johnny Cage.
Carl Urban's gonna play Johnny Cage, who's my favorite character in the video game.
I think they already had pictures of him out as Johnny Cage.
Yeah, because that's who's in there. That's
what everyone talks
for.
What's his name?
What?
Carl Urban with the K.
You know what? Throw on the original Mortal Kombat with that fucking theme that was goated.
Granted, I'm sure it's like fan made, but yeah, he's that one.
No,
the fourth one. That one, yeah.
This one?
Yeah, that's the one that's kind of like been circulating with him as
or the one right next to it, the fourth.
Like to promote.
That one right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
See if he does the it's all in the attitude.
Of course.
It's all in the
he needs to have the cocky attitude.
All in the attitude.
Yeah.
And the arc. Like depending on what they do with Johnny Cage, because they can kill him off because he does die.
He does die, right?
Yeah. But it depends because they're doing their own thing now, so I don't really know what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope. I mean, you guys know me. I like when characters die in movies. It adds to the emotional depth of the movie. But yeah, I like Carl Urban, so I'm pretty sure, especially from The Boys, I'm sure it'll be good.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I'm really excited to see what they do with Street Fighter, because they released like the potential cast, or it has been circulating of who's going to be the new cast of, and I'm like, okay, I can see this, like who's going to play Guile, who's going to play Ken and Ryu. I think they even have somebody who's going to play Chun-Li already.
Interesting. I seen something about 50 Cent.
Is that it?
Yeah, supposedly 50 Cent is going to play Balrog, which is the big ass fucking
the big ass boxer.
The boxer. Yeah. You got Roman Reigns as
Akuma. Yeah.
I'm hoping that he's gonna. I think he could pull it off.
I think he could pull it off too. Jason Momoa as Blanca. In all fairness, we didn't really see Blanca in the first one, in the original, so I don't know how this is gonna work. That's who it is. Alan Richardson.
Blanca's a chill guy. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
he's a monster, but he's a good guy.
Yeah,
you know?
no, right.
So I think Jason Momoa might be able to pull him off.
And Alan what's his name? Alan, the one at the bottom.
Oh, Alan Richardson. Rumored to play Guile.
Yeah, I can see that.
He's
the guy from Reacher.
Oh yeah, somebody did tell me about that. Yeah. So long as they get that cut right,
man.
You know what I mean?
If he can get his hair,
yeah,
like the hair, yeah, for sure.
They just got to get that cut nice and right.
If he can do it,
yeah. Then it'll be cool. I'm expecting this movie to be cheesy. You know.
I mean, I think you can expect that. I mean, I think it will be cheesy. Yeah. But I think it'll be like a good cheese.
Cheesy. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, some nice cheddar or something. A good Munster.
Yeah, maybe a smoked Gouda.
A smoked Gouda. Don't sleep on that Gouda.
Don't sleep on the Gouda.
That's from How I Met Your Mother.
I've never seen that show.
Few movies this week. We saw 28 Years Later.
Yeah, we did.
We'll review that now. So we watched 28 Days and 28 Weeks Later to kind of prepare for 28 Years Later. And then we also saw... You saw Bring Her Back.
I did. I saw Bring Her Back.
Okay, let's start with that. What'd you think?
You know me, I love A24 films.
Well, you also love horror films, so
I do too. So, it was based on the trailer and this. I wasn't expecting the story to be what it was. I thought it was good. Like I enjoyed it. It sort of kept you uneasy through the whole thing because it was an uneasy movie. But more so, what I really liked was how it showed you what you'll do to get what you've lost. And no matter how much your moral compass is tested or how much you know it's wrong, you're going to do what you want to get what you wanted, Mm-hmm. And I liked seeing that breakdown of a character who's not a bad person, who had something very tragic happen to them, and they're going to do something that they know is so wrong and they know that it's not right, but to get that feeling of that love and that admiration that they had lost, to get it back, and knowing that it's going to bring absolute harm and destruction to someone else, just totally still go through with it. So it's like you want to hate the person,
but you understand them.
You understand them because you go, given if I knew what the character knew, would I do the same thing or would I not, based on my morality and based upon can I do that and can I live with myself? You know what I mean? Can I live with the decision of doing this to get what I want, that purest form of love that I had that's gone, to get that back so I can feel whole again as a human being? Will I bring upon destruction to someone else's life to do that? So I like the theme of that. I found what I loved is that the trailer gave you, I think, a different sense of what the film was going to be. It still had that very big horror quality. It had that gore aspect to it, and it was just very uneasy and unsettling about a lot of things. I just don't want to give anything away, but it was worth a watch for a horror fan. Super worth the watch.
And you know, that's kind of what makes a good character, right? Mm-hmm. Especially a good villain. Not to say that this character was a villain, because I don't know, but it's what makes a villain good. You want them to be human to some degree, mm-hmm. something relatable, and you want them to be misunderstood. Because I don't think anybody actually likes a bad guy who's true 100% to their core a bad guy.
No, you want something that's an emotional depth of something super tragic happened to this person and it brought about them turning into a way that isn't who they are,
right?
But to achieve at all costs, no matter what, to get what they want.
I mean, look at it.
Because they feel wrong. They feel cheated. They feel, why did this have to happen to me?
Right. And like I said, it's kind of one of those things that it makes them human. Right, you need to have find that human quality, and probably Darth Vader is probably one of the people that I can think of that had that. He was a true villain, but there was that little bit of humanity in him even after he basically became who he became. because we knew him as a kid. We saw him grow up, and then when he faced off with Luke Skywalker, not you, it was like
it was me.
It was you.
It was me.
When he faced, and he basically saved Luke's life, or he helped Luke at the end of it all. So I think that's what makes a great villain great in everything
throughout. And then we see, obviously with Darth Vader, from Anakin to Darth Vader, and then those period where he was really Darth Vader, and you see the horror, everything that he did, and no matter what, all the killing for that one moment where the redemption arc,
right?
And then,
So what do you give the movie?
Out of 5, I give it a solid. I'd give it a 4.3.
Okay, yeah, that's a good for a horror film.
I give it a 4.3. I liked it. I liked it because of the story. I thought the story was really good. It wasn't no nonsense. It wasn't something, where you're like, this is stupid or whatever. Like you feel for a character. You really felt for the person who you should honestly be like, I fucking hate you. Like you're just a terrible human being. But as you dive deeper into that character and you see the layers, and then you go, would I do the same thing? Like, you sit there and you question, what
would I do in that situation?
If I'm that low in life, if I'm at the lowest point of my life where I feel nothing, and to feel something again, would I do it? So, but the horror aspect was great. I mean, at some points I was like, like I had to like look away for a moment because it got really gory, and I was like, oh. But I really enjoyed it. I thought, and that's what I would say, is that the trailer gave you something else, and then the movie was different, but in a good way. I sort of went in expecting it. I thought it was going to be something like very paranormal, very different, but it ended up being better than what I thought it would be. Honestly,
okay. I just realized that all we saw was horror films this time.
You see what I do without even trying.
Yeah, it's like
I work magic without trying.
You Inceptioned it for some reason.
I really did. I've been studying a lot.
You've been working on this for 6 months.
I've been doing a lot of Christopher Nolan studying, so it worked out.
Because we actually saw this yesterday. The Damned.
Mm-hmm. We did. We saw The Damned. Slow. It was a slow burner. It was a
slow burner. It had its good like shock factors.
Mm-hmm.
Very creepy in moments. And you kind of knew where it was gonna go from the beginning of the movie. Granted, it's also in the synopsis. Basically it takes place in like the 1860s or whatever, and this crew, they're like on a fishing outpost, and they're on a boat, and they run into another crew who was basically abandoned on a iceberg or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And because of how many of them are there, they choose not to help them. And basically, they all die. The crew that they left abandoned. And setting it up, they already know. You can already tell that this crew is already going to come based on the horror, that they're going to basically haunt them, right? And that's basically what happens. And just the hysteria, right?
It gave you very big, like, that cabin fever vibe where everyone just that isolation together. You start losing, like The Shining, in a sense. It starts unhinging
little by little
unhinging.
Yeah, and I thought they did that part really well. People started losing their minds little bit by little. The things that they were seeing, the damned in that sense, or the dead. They were like, okay, well, this is we only, I don't know, it's like it started attacking one person at a time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was very well done in that aspect, that they did the kill factors, or the shock factors really good. It kept us on the edge of our seat. I mean, you know me when it comes to horror movies, so I'm watching like this, I'm like, just in case I have to, but yeah, it was fun. The ending was a little bit of a kind of a little anticlimactic for me.
Yeah, no, it was.
And you kind of knew that it was gonna happen, because it wasn't gonna have a
There's
happy
gonna
ending.
be, yeah,
It was never gonna be.
They were gonna throw in little twists, and you were gonna be like, "Yeah, I knew this was coming."
Right, and to me, it was like, okay, it's okay. It's nothing too crazy. So to me, I give it a 2.5. What about you?
I would have given it like a. You gave it a 2.5.
Yeah,
that's about right.
Right.
I wouldn't go higher than that.
I don't think so either. 3 max, but
no, it wasn't. It wasn't a 3.
Because it wasn't. I don't think it was average. I don't think it was an average.
I didn't think it was anything where you were like, wow, you know. But
yeah, I mean the plot of the movie was. I thought it was good. Like, you know, I thought it was a clever plot for a movie, but I just don't think they executed it, or at least they were executing well to the end. It just was like,
I get you. No, yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
No. But yeah, I wouldn't go higher than 2.5 at all. I wouldn't. Okay. But it's a good watch. Like, you know, if you got nothing going on, you want to, you know.
Right. Yeah, just to have something, just to watch something.
Exactly.
Yeah. And we also saw 28 Years Later.
I was so excited for that one. And I'm not saying that I don't think it was a bad movie. I think my expectations were so high.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it's that my expectations were high.
They were for me.
I think just okay. It was. We went in thinking that it was going to at least be up to par with the first one.
Absolutely.
Because Danny Boyle directed it,
and Alex Garland
and Danny Boyle wrote it, right? And 28 Days Later was, I guess, different for its time. The way it was shot, the camera shots, type of camera, the way it looked, it was different.
Very gritty.
Very grainy, very gritty, which is one of the things why, you know, we enjoyed it. This movie just didn't hold up to the original. It didn't even hold up to the second one. And I have my thoughts, and we'll go over them now, but like, to me, I'm gonna give you guys a review now, okay? Or the rating. For me, the movie was about 2.5, 3 stars max. I think they tried too hard to be artistic. Okay, the shots were nice. It was very, like, you know, colorful at moments. It was very, like, with the music and everything. But the whole point of this franchise is the infected. And in this movie, the infected took a back seat to the plot of the story. We didn't see them that often. Sure, they were a character in the movie, but the kid and the mom and everything in that little town took the forefront of the main story. I'm just like, where are the people dying? Where are the infected killing these people? Why aren't they happening? Why are we not seeing that? And I don't know if it plays to a point where the characters at this point, it's been 28 years, so they've learned how to adapt to the infected and how the infected kill. But I still wanted to see more of the infected. All we got was an infected who they start calling the alphas. This guy named Samson, who's rocking a fucking dong like this, probably prosthetic. But anyway, like this, just running around.
If it's not, that's very impressive. Good for him.
Good for
very good.
Kudos to you, sir. But I'm just like, where were they? Why weren't they involved in the story more? And I to me, that just kind of like, I don't know. It was a bit of a downer for me. What do you think?
I'm digesting everything you said.
And don't even get me started on the Power Ranger scene at the end, because
I found that the shots were incredible. I loved the way it was shot. I thought it was good. Like we said, very good shots, cinematography wise, angles, everything was good. I love the music. I thought the music was good. I really enjoyed the music. It's true what you said, you know, I wanted more infected. I wanted to see the virus really. I wanted to see how did it change? How did it adapt? How did the virus adapt? And we really just saw it in, like you said, the alphas. Like, okay, the virus acts as a steroid and it can transform them into these superhuman beings.
Right.
They're not dead. They're just infected.
Right.
But I thought it started off. I think it started off really good. Like you were on the edge of your seat. You were really invested into it. At least for me, you saw me. I was squatting the whole time. I literally was out the seat squatting. But it's true. It's like I really wanted to see more infected. I wanted to see more of them and how they've adapted. All these years later, I want to see what they've done. You know.
Yeah, because to your point, the first 15 minutes of the movie with Aaron Taylor Johnson and the son and they're running to get back to the camp.
Yeah,
was the best. Was probably the most anxiety that I had throughout the movie.
Because you're like, oh shit, okay, so it's like we're watching him teach his son. You know, it's we're seeing him prepare him for when he goes out there and everything. And granted, you're right. It's been 28 years. We've learned how to keep away from them, how to keep that distance where we're not in contact with them at all. But no, yeah, I just wanted more of that, and I felt like they were just like supporting characters. Like they
weren't the main focus of the movie. They weren't. The main focus was the kid with the mom, with what's her name?
And I loved our boy. I'm gonna mispronounce his name, aren't I?
Ray Fiennes. Ray Fiennes. Yeah,
he's great.
He's always good.
He's always great.
He doesn't do. I don't think he's ever done a bad movie. But to me, it's like, okay, well, if the first 15 minutes, if this is the most anxiety that I'm gonna have in the movie, you don't go up from here, then
yeah, because you sort of it got stagnant and you were just waiting for something really crazy to happen,
right?
And it didn't happen. And I don't know. I think maybe it was because they're gonna set up now for what, another 2 the way it the ending, you and me were just like, what?
Yeah, with the Power Ranger looking people. Yeah,
the Power Rangers. Yeah, they were great, by the way. I thought that was hilarious. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, which came full circle from the beginning of the movie.
Yeah,
which is great. It's fine. I get why they did it.
And I get that. Okay, we're going to do a sequel. We're gonna do a sequel.
Right. I think there's 2 more coming.
There's 2 more if they don't get canceled.
I don't know. Why would they?
No, because you know how we were making the joke earlier about the show? Okay, it didn't stick. I'm sorry. You can cut that out.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
you can cut that part out.
That one went.
That one went complete. Yep. That one went over. I thought that was going to be a banger. It wasn't a banger at all. Yeah. But I think it was.
So what do you give it then?
What do I give it?
Yeah. What do you?
If I have to base it on like how I feel and based on what we saw and everything, I give it, honestly, my honest review, I'd give it no more than a 3.
No more than, yeah.
I'd give it a 3, and I give it a 3 just because I really liked the shots and I really liked the music. I thought the music was really good. But other than that, I went in really with high expectations.
Yeah. I didn't go in with, I guess I at least somewhat up to par.
If you didn't have the infected as like the main antagonist, at least give me, like, you know how the first one did with like the soldiers being like, oh shit, instead of the dead, now I gotta worry about these guys. Like in the first one, remember?
Mm-hmm.
So give me something like that. But I felt like there was nothing really, there was no real threat to anybody except for the Alpha.
Okay, and that's, I guess, my follow-up question. Who do you think was the antagonist in the movie? Because it wasn't the infected.
It wasn't the infected. Honestly, you want to know who I think it was? I think it was the dad. I think it was.
No, I don't think it was the dad. I think the antagonist was Time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the kid with the mom were trying to get to Ray Fiennes as fast as possible.
I feel, but the time was always the problem in the film. That was the main concern.
Right. That's what I think. Because even with everything that happened in the first 15 minutes with Aaron Taylor Johnson,
it was all time related.
I think time was. I mean, and you guys can correct me if you guys have seen the movie. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's who I think was the antagonist. I don't think it was the infected.
No, they weren't, because you just never really.
You never.
They were just. It was literally like if you were to go out into the woods and you just see animals. You just stay away.
They're just hanging around in the woods.
Yeah, like don't get close because they're gonna kill you.
Basically.
But just keep away from them, and you're like, wow, look at that. That's crazy.
Yeah. I agree.
You know, but it was true. You know, you're right, and it just fell short in that sense where you were just like, man, I was really hoping to see some crazy stuff. I really wanted to see some crazy stuff, but you didn't really get it. I mean, I think the subway scene was probably the other, like, oh shit, that's crazy.
Oh right. Yeah.
That was about it. That was the other factor where you were like, interesting.
But it wasn't anything like anxiety.
No, but it was just like to the story. You were like, huh.
Wow. Right. Yeah. It's like, okay, this is happening.
That's happening? Yeah. Crazy. Yeah. Okay.
So I give it a 3.
I give it a 3. I wouldn't go more than a 3. I think a 3 is a very solid number for this film.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree
so
too.
What do you have? We have
we got, I mean, look, if we see what's coming up now, I mean, it's blockbuster season, so
it's the summer, right? So we have
Superman, Jurassic.
Superman's coming out next week, I think. F1 just recently came out, which I really want to see.
Yeah, we got to go see that. Got to see that. I'm trying to convince him to go see it in Dolby, but he won't.
No, I'm okay with just regular 2D. I don't.
He doesn't want to fly with me. He doesn't want to soar.
What recently came out? What else is coming? Jurassic World Rebirth.
Jurassic World Rebirth. Superman. We have F1 that's out now.
They recently released.
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four. But they recently released a new the poster for the Odyssey. Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey.
Man, I can't wait for that. Next year, I think in July, right?
July 2026.
That's gonna be insane. That's gonna be such an insane film.
Yeah, I mean, I love Nolan. I like The Odyssey. The story of the Odyssey. So I think, Odysseus, and I like that Matt Damon is playing Odysseus.
Yes, he is.
Tom Holland is playing Telemachus.
Have you seen Matt Damon? What he looks like for the role?
I've seen the image. I've seen the image of him in his suit.
Looks really yeah, it looks good on set too. Have you seen the photos of him on set?
No.
Looks fantastic. You're like, oh shit, okay, he's got this.
Yeah.
He's rocking.
That's the one I've seen. The one with him in the.
Yeah, no, but I've seen. Yeah, he looks in great shape, man.
Yeah, they got. I think Lupita Nyong'o's playing Siri, and Zendaya is playing.
You know what? To get like that for a role, I would be like, I gotta keep this body.
But
why would I want to lose this?
I mean, like Matt Damon's one of those actors who goes up and down.
Yeah, he does.
Because of him and Christian Bale are like two of the people that like you mostly see.
You know who does that too? I've seen it. Is Channing Tatum.
I haven't seen it change that drastic. Like Matt Damon for The Informant.
Yeah, he was huge. He gained like 30, 40 pounds. We've seen it in Christian Bale's
Bale
is like the poster child for that.
Right. He did American Hustle. Then he also went down in weight for The Fighter.
Then he went back up in weight for when he played Dick Cheney. Then lost the weight when he did Ford versus Ferrari.
Yes. So they do that.
Matthew McConaughey.
As much as you would like to keep that, like when you work out and you put in that work and you get that kind of body, you want to keep it. So
yeah.
If you want to be certain actors like that, they can't.
No, of course.
It takes such a toll on you, man, to like go.
But that's the thing, man. To be like that, to be disciplined like that, then let's say you got to get fat. Even getting fat, I think just like
it's an excuse to eat like shit.
I mean, yeah, but God, you must feel horrible. You gotta feel horrible, man. Yeah. Going from like a 6-pack to like less than 8% body fat to gaining 30, 40 pounds and just feeling like shit. What was that? Super Size Me? Remember him?
Oh yeah. But that's why they have these personal trainers.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's good.
But yeah. I'm sure we have other movies coming out that I can't really think of right now.
I feel like because it's blockbuster season, so I think the two main ones right now is Superman and
Jurassic World.
Jurassic World. That right now is.
You know what's crazy? Sorry, we should have talked about this earlier, but I just saw. So I'm a big, I love Pixar.
Yeah.
And I just kind of wanted to throw this out there. So, Pixar, the recent movie that Pixar just released was Elio, right?
Yeah. Did you watch it?
No, and I want to, because I've seen them all. And Elio only made
like $20 million,
$21 million in the box office.
And the budget was what, 150?
Yeah, they were upside down on everything. They never hit the threshold. And they're blaming, this is what I find really funny. They're the owners of Pixar, they're blaming the fact that Elio was an original story as to why it didn't do so well. Because the marketing for that movie, they're pushing that movie hard. Like, and I mean hard. Even at my job, they're pushing it hard. Like, we spent 2 weeks presenting like packages and hits of that movie, and they're like, "Oh no, it's the fact that nobody really likes original stories." It's like, time out. First of all, we love original stories. I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know if it's good or bad. But one, it would be your execution, and two, nobody wants to see Toy Story 27. Nobody wants to see all these sequels.
I don't want to look under Andy's boot and it doesn't say Andy, it says Bonnie. I don't want to see that anymore.
Yeah, we're not going to get into Toy Story 4 again. Yeah. But it's like, why would you think that the audience, because not everybody wants to see this movie, like you think that the audience doesn't want to watch original scripts? And now they've decided, because back then, before Disney bought out Pixar was releasing movies whenever the hell they wanted, right? They would release one every like 2 or 3 years, because they put the quality of work into what they were doing. Mm-hmm. But when Disney bought out Pixar, mm-hmm. they were contracted to release one movie a year. Jeez. So they were pumping them out faster. Mm-hmm. Now it's 2, which is why the quality of movies have kind of gone down since then. So now, because of this, they want to release one original and one sequel of the movies that they already have. And I'm like, why? Why are you doing this to us?
They'll never learn.
Because they think that because Elio didn't do so well, that it's because of the fact that it's original work, and it's not. It has nothing to do with original work. Either the execution sucked, or nobody likes Disney anymore, or Pixar and what Pixar has recently done.
It could be all three of those things.
Could be all three,
honestly.
But it can't be that, because Lilo and Stitch outperformed Snow White by a mile.
Yeah.
Or should I say millions?
For sure it did. But also, people love Lilo and Stitch. So you were like, okay. And then Snow White, the problem is that everything that went into that, and you were like, well, this is going to suck. I think it was all the banter and everything that happened outside of the movie that people were like, you know what? I'm not watching this.
Yeah.
And then when you did, you were like, this shit sucked. It was a piece of hot shit.
Yeah.
Steamy pile of shit.
I just wanted to state that, because I thought it was an interesting.
I miss the old Pixar.
I do too. I read that and I was like, I gotta say this because this is just stupid.
It's crazy, man, when you start with that, with quantity over quality, man.
Yeah,
and we're seeing it now.
It's all the business, and they just want to pump out.
But that's crazy, because now you've taken away from the art of what this is, and that's where your money comes from. It's the art, and you've completely oversaturated the market, and people don't want it anymore. People are like, you don't try anymore.
No. Business isn't about art, though.
Mm-hmm. Business is about
making money.
Right.
That's true.
But I don't know.
But if they were smart, they would know your business is going to come from that art, and fuck it. Hey, 1 or 2 years it takes to make a project, but guess what? That project's going to be good. It's going to be good. That's an investment, man.
Yeah.
What's the point of making 2 films a year if they're all going to bomb and you don't even hit the surf? You don't even reach like the bare minimum.
And to their credit, some of it is also public service, right? They want to appeal to the audience. They know, like Moana, for instance. Moana did so good in the animated version. They wanted to release a second one, which was trash, and now they're doing a live action. So they're trying to, but I feel like they're doing that too much. It's one thing to do it every once in a while, but they're overdoing it, I think.
Of course, because they're running out of money and they're losing
and ideas. Yeah, that's just what I think. But anyway, thanks again, guys, for joining us. This brings us to the end of this episode. Follow us on Instagram. Intalk. I don't even know what that is. Intalk. It's a new social media that I just created. Yeah, Intalk. Instagram, TikTok. Seen It All _film reviews on YouTube channel. Also Seen It All. We just released episode 5, so make sure you like, subscribe, follow us. Thanks again for joining us.
Thank you, guys. Have a great day.